and welcome. You're watching Market Headstart on Moneycontrol. I'm Sakshi Batra and this is where we get you prepared for the trading setup of the day. Well, it has been a perfect end to the last trading week that we saw on Friday with a blockbuster Friday, and we hope for another perfect start for this week as well. Well, last Friday we actually saw the benchmark indices, Sensex and the Nifty post their biggest single day gain in 10 years. Also the Nifty Bank and the mid-cap index, the NSE mid-cap, posted their biggest single day gain ever seen in history as well. So it was a perfect Friday that we really saw, and this was actually on the back of the tax cuts, the corporate tax cuts announced by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman on Friday, post which we actually saw about a 1900 point rally on the Sensex, which reclaimed the levels of 38,000. Again, about a 570 odd point run for the Nifty as well, which closed above 11,200 levels as well. So it was a day when the bulls were back in force and they were ruling the roost on D Street as well. Another big announcement that Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman made was the rollback of the enhanced surcharge on capital gains for FPIs as well, which we all hope that will be reviving the sentiments and will actually help all the FIs and FPIs to pour more investments in Indian markets as well. Now, the companies which have been paying more than 30% to corporate tax rates include names like Zee Entertainment, HDFC Bank, Tata Steel, Bajaj Finance, Britannia, Kotak Mahindra Bank, Hindalco, also Axis Bank, ITC, GAIL India and JSW Steel. We could expect a huge run-up of, and we already saw a big run-up on Friday. This run-up can actually continue for these companies as the profitability will really increase for all these companies. Now, what's more important for a day like today is on the Friday after the market hours closed, there was another announcement by the GST Council. After the GST Council met, they have reduced or lowered the rates of GST for the hospitality industry. So all eyes will be on the hospitality sector today, or the hotel sector, which is likely to really rise post this, because the GST Council has accepted the recommendation of the Fitment Committee for not lowering the taxes on the auto sector, but the GST Council did not take up the proposal for auto and FMCG. On the hotel tariff front, the daily room tariff of 7,500 rupees and above for hotels will now attract a GST rate of 18% as against 28%, which was the case earlier. Apart from this, the foreign investors who have so far pulled out around 4,000 crore rupees from the Indian markets only in the month of September, this territory is likely to move, or the trajectory is likely to move in the positive trend right after the rollback of the FPI surcharge. Now, what is going to be the big focus? What do you need to buy today will be very important, because after this almost mini budget, because we all saw a huge outpour on the social media, be it from experts, analysts, or also corporate India leaders as well, who all claimed that this was actually a mini budget or an early Diwali gift that the government has actually given to India Inc. Now, the reform will actually put more money in the hands of corporate India to almost about 1.45 lakh crore rupees, and this is likely to boost investment going forward as well, which was the need of the hour as well. Now, we actually spoke to a lot of brokerage houses. They've also come out with a lot of reports based on these kind of announcements. They have actually said, including Sharekhan, which says the top picks that they have so far, including Axis Bank, Kotak Bank, L&T, Jubilant Foodworks, or even Mahanagar Gas, they all are likely to gain from the tax cuts. ICICI Direct Research also says that cement companies are likely to show a bounce after this kind of an announcement, because they have been paying higher taxes as well. So you could expect some positive movement in ACC and Ultratech going forward as well. Now, what you need to remember is how do you need to trade your positions technically. Now, the index has broken about 25-day consolidation phase to close above its critical averages of 50 and 200-day moving averages. They've actually formed a long, large bullish candle that actually resembles a long white day kind of a pattern on daily charts. So we could expect, however, most of the analysts do expect that after such a huge run-up that was seen just in a single day, we could see some profit booking on the higher levels. But again, it is likely to be in a bullish stance as well. This is not the time to short your positions right now. Now, the three positions that you need to watch out for today would be, or the three levels, key levels that will be very important for you will be 10,691, 11,381 and 11,500. Lots of other stocks will again be in focus today because of the kind of news flows there are. So let's just see some of those stocks. Petronet LNG will be very important for today, because the company has signed a preliminary deal to buy a stake in Telunera Inc.'s proposed driftwood project in Louisiana, which is likely to import about 5 million tons of LNG per year. So this is likely to have a positive impact over there. Again, coming to a pharma major, Torrent Pharma is going to be very important to watch out for today. It is going to expand its voluntary recall for tablets, which is used to control hypertension in US due to the detection of some of the acids which is not in sync with the US FDA. So you could see some bit of a knee-jerk reaction on this stock today. Apart from this, from the auto space, Hero MotoCorp will again be in focus today. It might see a reduction in its earlier projection of 1,500 crore rupees of planned capex, and that is because the industry is still reeling under a lot of pressure right now. Technically, we also have some recommendations for you where you can actually place your bets. We actually spoke to Angel Broking. They've given us 2 calls for the day. In fact, VIP Industries is one of their top picks, where last trading price was seen at around 459 rupees. The target price on this stock that you can keep it as 510. The stop loss will be at 429. There's an upside of about 11% that you can see on this stock. Deepak Nitrite is another buy which Angel Broking has recommended. The target price they have given over here is 325 rupees. The stop loss you need to keep it as 267. The upside is about 13%. Now remember, these are not intraday ideas but more of a positional play, and you need to speak to your financial advisors before you place your bets over here as well. With that, we come to a wrap here on this edition of Market Headstart. You stay logged on to moneycontrol.com for more news and updates. Thanks for watching.